We got him. We got him. We got him. We got him. Okay, cool. So, pick up. What? We just picked up a whole elk? Where's he at? Oh, he's right here. A dead elk. Okay. Yeah, you better watch it, pal. I got a bow now. I already killed an animal much bigger than you. Teeth aren't as sharp, though. Oh, welcome back, everybody, to Eco. I'm an old guy gaming, and in this episode, we're going to continue following the tutorials and hopefully get through it as soon as possible. If you did not catch the last episode, we did complete our house, at least the exterior part of the house. I noticed, too, when I was doing the editing of the last video, I forgot to put these eaves in, so I went ahead and did that before I started the camera rolling. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with the next part of our tutorials here. A couple of things about the comments. You guys were telling me that the way that you link stockpiles up is to make sure that those stockpiles are on plots that you own. Well, very useful to know. So that means that there is most definitely a reason to claim plots of land even in a single player game, if for no other reason for that reason. There's Mr. Bluebird again. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the next quest here. So we've got this thing here. I think this is probably going to be about leveling up. You gain experience over time even when logged off. Experience gained is based on your diet and housing. That's an interesting system. But I guess this game, you don't. There's not like combat, which is a very common way to level up in other types of games. So that's probably they had to come up with a different way to do it. And from what I understand, the quality of your house, if you have more rooms in your house and you've done a nicer job with it, as well as higher quality food, gives you higher quality XP. Each level up, you gain a star to learn a discovered specialty. So each time we level up, the star is what we can then learn a specialty. Learning specialties give you bonuses and level up through use. That should be learning specialties gives you bonuses. Grammar. All right. You can discover new specialties by reading skill scrolls. Even if you don't learn the specialty, discovering one unlocks some recipes. You can discover new specialties by reading skill scrolls. Even if you don't learn this. So does this mean that if a certain recipe falls under a specialty, even if I don't have that specialty learned, I can still learn the recipe for it by the scroll? Or does this mean that the scroll can actually learn me the specialty itself? That seems to be what the first thing is saying, but then the second thing seems to say the other thing. So yeah, not quite sure about that. I guess we'll figure it out though. All right, so choose roles. Stopping the meteor will require a thriving economy of specialists using resources efficiently. Choose roles you would like to specialize in, and later you may trade the fruits of your labor with your fellow citizens. Open the specialization menu. Okay, so we've got 4 stars down here. Very cool. Specializations are grouped into professions. Inspect a profession by mousing over one. So I guess he's talking about this. It's kind of too bad that this gets in the way, but I can't seem to move that window or move this window. So I guess it's these here. Okay, so choose a specialty under any profession. All right, well, yeah, this is a little weird. Okay, so this is the Carpenter Profession. Let's just look at these. Carpenters use harvested logs to craft a variety of useful products. Wood is an excellent source of building materials and furniture for homes. Professions are groups of similar specialties. Players can focus on one profession or... Yeah, we already know that. Okay, so Carpenter Profession includes 4 specialties and discovered 1 specialty. All right, so the 4 specialties are logging, carpentry specialty, composites, and paper milling. Okay, so logging then gives us various things we can do as we get higher levels. Bonus calorie reduction benefits for logging. Excuse me. Bonus damage benefits. So I guess we chop faster. Labor efficiency benefits. decreases calories of labor. So what's the difference between calorie reduction benefits? Decreases calorie consumption by 50%, chainsaw, iron axe, and then decreases calories of labor by 80%. So this is based upon tools like chainsaws, iron axes, etc. And this is based upon, go away screen tip, research. I think that's what that means. Okay. And then it looks like all of this is pretty much the same thing. It just gets better and better as you level up, I'm guessing. Oh, I guess it goes up this way. You have not yet specialized in the skill. After studying the skill, you can spend a star to reach level 1. Oh, okay. So I have to study the specialty, and it's the stars that get me to the next levels. I think that's what that means. I wish this damn thing would go away. I mean, I know I could close it, but I don't want to mess up the tutorial. Can I just, oh, okay. Right. I can click on that. I forgot about that. Okay. So we have the Carpenter Profession, general idea, logging and building stuff out of wood, etc. Chef Profession. So chefs create highly nutritious food using the raw food provided by hunters and farmers. So campfire cooking, advanced baking, advanced cooking, baking cooking, cutting edge cooking. Cutting edge cooking works with ingredients that don't quite sound like food, but can potentially provide high calorie and nutrition. Level by crafting related recipes. Okay. So, I think definitely we want this because food in your house are the two things that level us. So that seems to me like we should really focus, at least initially, on those sorts of things. So what does this do? Is this just, this just gives us new recipes that we can learn. Oh, that's neat. Okay. And that's all just campfire cooking. Okay, well, advanced baking. So I guess we can't do advanced baking until we first do campfire cooking. So this has to come first, and then you build your way up to here. So what does this say? You have not yet studied the skill. Read a skill scroll to reach level 0. Advanced baking is undiscovered. Player can research it at a research table to unlock it. Oh, okay. So we have to research those skills. So I guess these are the skills that they give us, just from the start, and the rest we have to research. Is that what I'm thinking here? Yeah, it looks like it's the same thing. We're going to have to make ourselves a research table. Hopefully the quest or the tutorial will have us do that. If not, I'll just make it. So I think we can actually make it right now. But one of the things, and I've mentioned this to a couple of you in the comments, is I'm trying to follow the tutorial, and I don't want to really get ahead of the tutorial at this point. Okay, what's this? This is the engineer profession. How come it only has a question mark? Basic engineering allows for the easier construction of roads and early forms of mechanical power, level by crafting related recipes. So we're probably going to need this to, eventually build the, the laser drill. So I'm thinking we'll want that. Farmer profession. So we got farmer profession, hunter profession. Masonry is going to help us build better houses, I'm guessing. Okay, so this is gathering covers harvesting materials both from the natural environment and human-created farms, level by gathering plants, farmed or natural. Specialties unlock new unique abilities. Okay, so this gives us a better harvest yield. Yeah, okay, so that gives us a better harvest yield. And so we start by, sorry, my nose just got a little bit runny, allergy thingies. And then this is where we start, of course, growing our own crops and so on and so forth. Okay, hunting. So this is only 2 specialties. We got hunting and butchery. So hunting basically allows us to make better bows and fish traps. Discovered. So I've already discovered this. Probably, yeah, this is just, they just gave that to us. What are the 5 more benefits? Doesn't tell us there. And then butchery is going to decrease calories of labor when we butcher an animal. All right, and so what does this stuff do? You increase how close you can approach animals by 1. Decreases calories of labor. Increases damage with bows. Decreases calorie consumption. Okay, so I'm seeing a little bit of a pattern here. So the bread is always about calorie consumption. The axe is always about damage, whether it's damage to a log or an animal if you're hunting. And then this labor efficiency benefits. This decreases labor. What does this do? Labor efficiency benefits. Okay, so this is more about decreasing labor, whereas this is more about efficient calories. They're both kind of one and the same, but not exactly kind of thing. That's at least the way I interpret it. Okay, so I think masonry is going to be really important because we're going to need to build better buildings. And so, that starts with mining. Concentrate copper, level 2, decreases calories of labor, et cetera, et cetera. And so same kind of thing. It's all about calorie, or a lot of it's about calorie, managing calories, it looks like. Excuse me. Okay, so what's this? And how come these don't have icons? What the heck, man? This is a smith profession. Okay, so that's going to be blacksmithing. This is survivalist profession. Okay, so what all does this involve? Self-improvement. Decreases calorie consumption with hammers and shovels. Okay. So if you're going to be more like an excavationist kind of thing? Yeah, okay. It's kind of odd that they call it survivalist if it's really more about excavation, so digging and stuff. And hammers building, though. Okay, and then tailoring, of course. We haven't discovered tailoring at all, but of course this is going to give us better clothing and bigger backpacks, that sort of thing, which is probably going to be pretty important as well. All right, you guys, so we've got to pick some of these. We have 4 stars to do. So this says choose a specialty under any profession. All right, so I guess the question is, what's going to be the first most important thing that we should do? And I have no idea. Cooking is probably going to be important. Engineering is probably going to be, well, I guess we can't do this yet. Okay, so engineering's out of the picture. Oh, I see what the question mark is for. The question mark means we have not yet unlocked the first thingamadoodle to get that. Now I get it. Okay, now I see what's going on. All right, so we can choose between carpenter, chef, farming, hunting, masonry, and survivalist. Self-improvement increases both the amount of weight citizens can carry and their stomach capacity. It also decreases the calorie expended when using hammers and shovels. Okay, so it's also like an encumbrance thing too. Okay. It's still kind of odd, I think, that they call it survival, but whatever. Oh, man, I don't know what to do. I mean, we need to do all of them eventually, right? So I guess the question here again is, what's the first most important one we should probably focus on? I'm thinking maybe something to do with food. So either chef, but I don't know. See, the thing about chef is that it's great that we can do all these recipes, but we kind of want to be able to get better food either via farming or hunting or both before we can really take advantage of the recipes. I mean, that's just kind of my thought process here. Of course, it looks like all of this stuff, or most of this stuff, is based off of, well, not necessarily. Some of it's meat, some of it's veggies. Oh, geez, guys, I don't know. Okay, farming, gathering. This is going to let us gather more stuff, which is good, right? Definitely good. I don't know. I'm thinking hunting. I am. I'm really thinking maybe we should start with hunting. You guys tell me in the comments what you think I should have start with, but of course, by the time you see this, this is what I would have already started with. And, the other thing, too, to keep in mind is we do have 4 stars to spend, so we could do 1 in hunting, we could do 1 in cooking, etc., etc. Maybe that's what we'll do. All right, well, anyway, so let's go ahead and spend a star on level 1 of hunting. Choose hunting as a specialty. This will permanently consume a star. Yes, indeed. All right, so why are these 2 grayed out? Or is that just the way they look? Fishery recipe, fish trap recipe. I don't know. Okay, so we got a new thing that popped up here. So let's see what this says. Specialties grant large benefits to the player when taken. These benefits can be improved by leveling up the specialty. Okay. Level up your chosen specialties by performing related actions. I like that. I always like leveling by doing. Experience gain is multiplied by your experience multiplier. Okay. Occasionally, specialties allow you to pick between special talents. You can only pick one talent per option, so choose wisely. So, Lucky Break, Logging Gold, Arrow Efficiency. Okay, that's kind of cool. So, perform an action related to your specialization. Okay, so that means we need to, since we're starting off with hunting, that's what we need to do. But you know what? Before we do that, okay, let's put that away for a second. I don't know. I mean, should we? I guess we can't spend any more stars until we get high enough to spend a star on level 2. That's the way I'm interpreting that. Okay, so that means we can't actually put anything more in hunting right now. So that being the case. The next thing is, should we do campfire cooking? I'm thinking campfire cooking, because, we're going to start hunting and then we can cook meat and stuff on the fire. Let's do it. All right. So we got campfire cooking. We have 2 more stars to spend. Should we put those into, I want to put stuff into masonry. I really do, but I'm thinking might be just a little bit down the line. Maybe not something we can do immediately. So we do have the option here. See, stuff is getting blocked again. I don't like that about this game. Weird. Okay, Survivalist. Okay, let's look at this again. This is going to help us carry more weight and eat more food and decrease the calories expended when using hammers and shovels specifically. Experience is gained when leveling up other specialties. Experience is gained when leveling up other specialties. Okay, so that means other specific or any other specialty? I mean, this is definitely going to be useful. I'm thinking farming, though. I mean, if we're focusing on food right from the get-go, right? We now have hunting. I think farming's probably going to be wise, too, because then we can gather more stuff. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so hunting. So we got hunting, we've got farming, and we've got cooking. Chef. No. Did we do chef? Yeah, we did chef. So we have 1 more star to spend. Should we spend that star on carpentry or should we spend it on masonry? Oh man, I don't know. I think carpentry. I mean, something's just telling me we need to do carpentry. I mean, we'll eventually need to do masonry too, right? But is that the thing we should do right now? It's going to affect mining. Yeah, I don't know. I think we should probably go with carpenter. I really do. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, choose logging as a specialty. This will permanently consume star. Yeah, we know that already. Okay, there we go. We've spent all of our stars, ladies and gentlemen. All of our stars. So that means we can do any number of those things to follow this part of the quest. Perform an action related to your specialization. Oh, did we already do that? How do we do that? Obtain an undiscovered skill. You'll need to craft skill books at a research table. Mouse over this text link to view how to build or find a research table. We can find research tables. Really? So are there, like, for lack of a better term, like dungeons or POIs in the world that we can find stuff? Or are they just talking about if some other player built it somewhere and you found it? I don't know. So basic table for, yeah, I think we can make this. Because I was looking at it earlier, but I decided, you know what, I'm not going to make this yet because I want to wait till the tutorial wants us to do it. Okay, so according to the tutorial, we've already performed one of the actions to level up, and I have no idea which one it was. Anyway, okay, so let's close this. And now we've got this thing down here. So this is basically showing us our XP, I guess, for whatever skill or that we're working on, I'm thinking. And clicking on the little star brings this window back up when we need to look at it again. Okay, cool. So the tutorial said, I guess it wants us to make a make a research table. But we need to do some hunting though too, and we need to make a campfire. It didn't tell me to make a campfire, so I'm assuming I can just go ahead and do that. So let's look at that first. Campfire is going to require 2 logs and 6 stone. We've got the stone. We don't have the logs, but we are now a bona fide lumberjack. Yes, we are. So we're going to go cut some wood. This area here, I might end up clearing and building a farm or something anyway. So let's go ahead and hit this tree here. And now the thing on the left-hand side, that's moving up the side of the screen, I was asking you guys about that in the comments, and one of you were telling me that it does exactly what it's doing. It shows the leveling up of that particular skill, but the reason it was X'd out is because I hadn't taken any of the specializations yet. So that makes perfect sense. Hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I'm having fun playing it. It's a little bit different, a little bit different pace, at least for me, because I'm usually playing the more traditional types of survival games, which usually involve combat and other things. But, it's also a little bit slow because I'm learning, and so I'm taking more time to read through instructions and tutorials and all that. But I imagine, once I really start getting my feet under me, so to speak, the pace will pick up a little bit. So just bear with me. But I appreciate everybody watching. And, all the tips and stuff, it's great. Okay, so let's just finish our cleaning up over here. Might as well finish chopping this. So we should be able to carry a little bit more than we used to because, we took that first point in Survivalist. Or did we? Did we take that Survivalist point? Yeah, we did. Okay. This doesn't apply to the axe. You can increase stomach capacity by self-improvement bonus miscellaneous benefits. Oh, so we haven't increased it by anything. I guess we have to get to the next level before we start increasing that. But because we are a carpenter and we took logging, Stone Axe decreases calorie consumption by 20%. Okay, so yeah, we're using a few less calories now, and we're doing a little more damage now by taking those things. I got you, man. I got you. Okay, so now we should be able to make a campfire. Let's go ahead and order one of those up and get her done. I wonder if there's skills and or perks or specializations or whatever that speed this up too. I would think there probably is at some point. Because, this seems kind of slow. Well, I mean, I don't know. I have nothing really to compare it to, I guess, but it seems kind of slow to me. I don't know. Maybe that's just the way it is. Okay, let's grab our campfire here. And we need to make a cooking area. I might end up having to move this over, back this way a little bit because it's a little closer to the house than I would like it to be. But we're going to have to make ourselves... Can we put the campfire down in the house? All right, let's do this. Let's say that this will be our kitchen area. You can't place there, it's blocked. Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll make this corner of the house our kitchen. And I'm assuming at some point, we can upgrade to, to like an actual stove and that sort of thing. Okay, so out of fuel storage, we need campfire fuel. You know what else we probably need to do is this corner of the house isn't actually linked to our stockpile. So, can we make more paper right now? Do we know how to do that? Contract board. Paper, go away. Paper milling basic upgrade requires paper milling 7. But just so, okay, so we just can't make like land claim thingamadoodles. All right, let's try this. Let's go here. Let's grab our steak. I'm not sure how else. Excuse me, my word. I'm not sure how else we can see our land claim stuff. And, you know, we have some land claimed over here that we don't really necessarily need, at least not at the moment. This is where our tent was originally. So let's go ahead and take that back so we get some land claim paper things. We'll do this one too. I'm thinking it's probably going to be a good idea to get our entire house within our claimed property. So let's claim this. I don't know if this has to be fully in the thing or not. Here, let's actually look inside of it. Campsite storage. No, it's still only letting us link to the campsite storage, but not to the other things. Okay, is it just because it's not fully in? So let's go over here. All right, does the entire stockpile need to be inside the thing or not? Because this side of it isn't at the moment. How many more papers do we have? We have 2 more. Okay, so let's just get that corner there. So now the whole entire stockpile is inside the land claim area. And then we will add this corner of the house. And we're going to have to figure out how to make another deed thingamadoodle for this corner of the house. So we won't put anything over here at the moment. I guess I'm thinking about this correctly. Okay, so now if we open this, it still isn't connected to the rest of the storage. Why is that? There we go. Okay, I can't link from the campfire to here. I need to link from here to the campfire. Ah, look at us and our bad selves, man. Okay, let's put this back in here. And now I should be able to... why is that unlinked? I don't know. Now I should be able to put these logs in here. Ha 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 ha. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's just put all of them in there so we have a well-stoked fire. We're going to have to get some more wood anyway, but that's all right. Okay, so that's done. Now, the other thing is we should be able to... Let's just put this kind of in the middle, and let's link it up. It's already linked. Okay. And then let's just take a couple of these. Oh, we can't do that. Only accepts fuel. Inventory does not accept that type of fuel. What kind of fuel can we put in here then? Power accepts torch. Oh, like this? Huzzah! Ha 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 ha! Man, we are getting smarter, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting smarter. All right. Well, now we have the campfire. It's consuming fuel like right now. Doesn't look like it is. Crafting. Plugged modules. Accepts following plugged modules. Campfire cooking basic upgrade and basic upgrade. No benefits. What? Okay. Where do I find the recipes? Oh, okay. So the crafting. Boiled grains. Labor, food, and fat tag. Grain tag. Medium carcass tag. You know what? We have some fish here. We have some raw fish. Okay, so let's do this. The game just gave that to me. It was in the tent when I set it up. So, okay, if I want to find fish, man, I really wish there was a search option here. But I guess it is in alphabetical order. So what options do we have for fish? Nothing shows up as just fish. So we're going to have to just scroll down through here and see if we can find fish. So we've got Campfire Blue Shark. That requires a blue shark. How about that? Campfire Cod. That requires cod. What about just normal fish? This does require crab, so we could go kill one of those crabs. That's trout. I like that it requires a specific type of fish. Like, trout requires, trout. Why am I saying that? Because some of the other games I play have dumbed that down, and they basically consider all meat just everything, and I don't like that. So I love it that, we have to have specific type. Okay, here we go. Charred fish. So raw fish crafted at the fishery and 7 more recipes. So when it says, how do I know what these 7 more oh, never mind. You just hover over it. Oh, cool. Okay, so I can make all of that stuff with just raw fish? Is that plain cod recipe? No, I think this is saying that I can make raw fish from bass. And then it's telling me that it's used in these 2 recipes. Okay. I see what's going on here. So the only thing I think we can do right now is just make charred fish, because this requires a laboratory and something called hydrocolloids. So yeah, okay. Charred fish recipe, that's the one. So we have the fish, we have the labor. Let's make 20 pieces of charred fish. That's what I'm talking about. Mahi. There it goes. Our first cooked food, ladies and gentlemen. Our first cooked food. I'm so excited. All right. So while that's cooking, we need to make a bow and an arrow, and we're going to do some hunting. So let's look at the bow first. That requires plant fibers as well as logs. How do we make plant fibers? So is that something we do over here? Plant fibers. Hey, excuse me, sir. All right, hold on. Let's go back here for a second. Let's go back to wooden bow. Let's click on plant fiber. Okay, so this requires 15 plant fibers to craft. You have 0. It's crafted at the fishery or harvested from all of that stuff there. Deer lichen, desert moss, dwarf willow, king fern. Okay. Sunflowers. We have sunflowers around. How do we harvest a sunflower? Do we need like a scythe or something? A sickle. A stone sickle. Damn, you guys, I'm getting smart. Okay, so we need some more stone. Whoop. Okay, let's go get some stone. Look at us and our bad selves figuring stuff out. Yeah, because I can't just, where's the sunflower? I can't just press E on it. So I'm assuming I need a sickle to harvest it. But we need some more stone first. So let's grab some more limestone here. I have so many elk running around here too. There was like 4 or 5 elk when I first logged in. I wonder if we have an overpopulation of them. Might be kind of hard to kill a big bull elk with a wimpy primitive bow. I don't know. We'll see. I have no idea how effective that's going to be. Okay, so now we need to make a stone sickle. For gathering, it decreases calorie consumption by 20%. Before we do this, though, just so that I can learn how things work, right? Before we do this, let's go back here for a minute. And no, not here. Let's go back here. We want to make a bow, so we need the plant fibers. Does it tell us how to harvest it? There's 15 plant fibers to craft, static crafted at, harvested from, used in, at 16 more recipes. So it doesn't tell us how to harvest it. So I'm just assuming that we need a sickle to do this. Okay. That's my assumption. If I'm wrong, then, we'll figure out what else we missed. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a sickle here. We need to eat, too. Our calories are getting down. But, hey, guess what we have? We got fish. I like fish. I actually do like fish in real life, too. Okay, so where did it go? Where did our fish go? It's not in here. Storage. Did it put it back in the stockpile? Houston? Where the hell's my fish? Did I put it in my inventory? How come I still have 19 raw fish? I thought I queued up 20 fish. Okay, I'm confused. Let's look in here again. We made at least one, we know that, right? But where did it go? Do you have to make sure that you have something linked to the campfire before you cook anything in it? Okay, let's link. Oh, it put it in the campsite. So, okay, so even though I didn't have that linked, it still put it in there anyways, which is really odd. So I'm guessing you can't, the campfire doesn't have any storage of its own, or is it because, no, because see, that's just fuel. All right, so I guess you have to have something linked to it for it to do that. Okay, so that being the case, we have a couple clamps here. Let's grab those. And let's go back to crafting. What are we missing here? Do we not have enough calories? Okay, here. Let's do this. Well, we just ate the fish, but it didn't give us actually a whole bunch of calories, did it? Okay, let's just eat more of this so we can get some calories back, because I think that's why we can't make more. Did we just eat cedar seed? Is that healthy? I don't know if that was a good idea or not. Guess it doesn't matter in this game because we can't die. Okay, stomach's full. Now, if we click on this, missing fish. Oh, missing fish, right. Right, because the fish is in our backpack, it needs to be in the stockpile. Or in the campsite. There it goes. Okay, as soon as I put that in there, it started up. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but I'm liking this, you guys. This is really cool. I just like the way things are working. And it's, it's fun to kind of discover how it's supposed to work. Okay, so anyway, we're also getting some points for cooking, I'm assuming there, so that's cool. I really love that. I love getting XP by doing the thing that you're getting XP for. Super love that. Fun pimps, take note. Put 7 Days to Die back the way it used to be, please. Thank you. Okay, so beet campfire salad. That sounds very nutritious and kind of gross too. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I don't really like beets in real life, but it is what it is. Okay, we need to make a bow and then we need to wrap up this episode. So, sickle. Did we make the sickle already? Can't remember. Stone sickle. Let's look in here. Yes, we did. Okay, so let's put this on our toolbar. And let's put the clams back in here, I guess. I wonder if the way to do this is to make a stockpile specifically for cooking. Or maybe, what about like a larder or something like that? Okay, what are we doing? We're going to harvest a sunflower. Reap! Look at that, man. I am the old guy, Grim Reaper. That's awesome. So this ground here must be what the game considers trampled ground. Interesting. So, okay, so we can also use this on corn. Whoops. So we have 15 plant fibers. I think that's the number that we needed, right? What? I keep clicking that come button. Okay, let's go over here. All right, so now we've got the plant fibers, wooden bow. There we go. Let's do it. Boom. We got a wooden bow on the making, or in the making, I should say. Okay, so while we're doing that, we need some arrows too. So we can make 4 arrows at a time, and that only requires wood. Really? I would have thought we'd probably need a little stone for the arrowhead, and maybe plant fibers for the fletching, but I'm not going to complain if that's all it takes. So that would give us 16. Let's do 20 arrows. Okay, cool. Now, I'm going to go back to here. I like the sounds, the building sounds that it makes too. So we have 11 charred fish now. Let's put that in here. I want to put this birch seed up here because we need to carry it around with this. And let's put the pumpkin seed up here. Let's put this wood pulp stuff up here. I guess we're going to use that to make paper later or something. And then what are these? This is sunflowers. Ooh, sunflower seeds. This is the first time we've gotten sunflower seeds. Let's put that in the tiny stockpile. All right. So let's grab our bow. We're going to put that in the number 1 slot. We'll put the axe in 2. Put the hammer in 3, the shovel in 4, etc., etc. Okay, so now for the arrows. I'm assuming those just go in our backpack, right? Go away. There we go. Okay, so let's put these cedar seeds in here too. All right, here's our bow, you guys. We finally have our bow. So how do we load it? R for load? Oh, okay. You just hold the button down. Gotcha. Okay. What does right click do? Doesn't seem to do anything. All right, let's go find some meat. I wonder if I can actually kill a big old bull elk with this little bow here. Hey, buddy. Okay, we hit him. How many shots is it going to take? We got him. Okay, cool. Now, how many arrows did that take? That took, just out of curiosity, we have 12 arrows left, but I think I missed them at least 3 times, maybe 2 or 3 times. So, pick up. What? We just picked up a whole elk? Where's he at? Oh, he's right here. A dead elk. Okay. Used in butcher medium animal recipe, campfire animal medium recipe, elk mount recipe, stuffed elk recipe. Okay, so now what do we do with him? Do we just throw him on a campfire? I have no idea. Okay, you guys. We've got a little bit long in this episode, but it was a good episode. Yeah, you better watch it, pal. I got a bow now. I already killed an animal much bigger than you. Teeth aren't as sharp, though. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to wrap this up here. And let me know in the comments what I'm supposed to do with this elk. I mean, it needs to be butchered, right? I can't just, like, be carrying a bull elk around on my toolbar. A dead elk used in butcher medium animal recipe. Okay, so we need a butchery table to do this. Does food spoil in this game? Here, let me look at something real quick. Can we make a butcher table here? We probably need something more fancy schmancy to do that. All right, here. Let's go back to here again for a minute. Okay, harvested from use in... Go away. Butchery table. Okay, so... Butchery table. We have carpentry already, so we got that. Pluggable modules, requirements. Crafted at workbench butchery table recipe. I probably should have figured out how to handle a big animal like this before I killed it. Hello. Some conservationist I am. Okay, so it says you make it in here, but... Wait. We haven't made a carpentry table yet. We need to make a carpenter table. Let's do it. Because didn't that... Okay, hold on a sec. Let's go back here for a minute. Butchery Table. Crafted at work. No, it says it's crafted at the workbench. So we need the recipe for a butchery table. How do we get the recipe for a butchery table? I'm so confused. It's probably obvious, but it's not popping out at me, ladies and gentlemen. Here, let's look in here for a second. So if we go to hunting, butchery specialty, butchery's undiscovered. We can research at the research table. Oh, research table. That's right. We got to do the research table. All right. You know what we're going to do in the next episode, guys? Research table. But we are out of time. We're like way out of time. This is going to be a longer episode. It is what it is. I might edit a few things out, but hey, we had a lot of fun and we learned some cool new stuff, including elk hunting and charred fish making and sickle making and sunflower seeds, all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, that's it. Thanks guys for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.